All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming back. This is Queen's Realm Podcast. I am Samia the Poet, aka Samia, and I have special guests today. As always, I have Chris and the XD from the XD Podcast. Say hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
How's it going, everybody?
Speak to the people. All right. And today, we're going to talk about doing too much and doing too little in relationships. What are those things I am an expert at? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about me right quick, fast. We talk about me first. So I'm going to start with you, gentlemen, and it doesn't matter who goes first. What is your definition of doing too much in a relationship?
Too much. It's going to depend on every person. Everybody's different.
Mm-hmm.
I think generally as a rule, if you just start dating somebody and you already talking about life, like future marriage, kids, all that, starting to go for that, it may be a little too much at the beginning.
Right.
Now, I mean, none of us have got time to waste, so you want to get into that as soon as it becomes a factor. But
right.
when you're going for a marriage, when you just start dating, that's doing a little too much, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's when you try to control things in my house and you're not even on the lease.
Jesus.
Because that's doing too much. Because when you're dating, you have the moment when you're with the person and you have that moments where you're not with the person. And that's helped you to re-energize to be able to deal with that person.
Right.
You're growing with each other, so you need time alone as well as time together.
He's preaching to my spirit.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know, to go off what the XD was saying. That's one of my, because I'm divorced. I don't know if y'all know that, if y'all seen it. I'm divorced.
Same here.
So I had this thing where I was with this person for 9 years. And we did a lot of things together. Almost everything, to the point where we started being identified as a we instead of a single individual.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started working together. So every day, I got to look at you. Now, I love you. But every day, every free second in my life is you.
Mm-hmm.
And I had already decided, after I got divorced and all that the next person I'm with and whoever I end up marrying, you can't stay with me before we get married. That's doing too much for me, because I need my alone time. I need some time that you ain't in it. I don't care if you at my house till 3:00 in the morning. You got to go home to your house. This is my house. This is my space.
Right.
If we meant to be together and we get married, then we're going to have all the time in the world to see each other every day. But until then, go home.
Right. And when it does happen, if it does go into marriage, that's when you can start figuring out how to live together and how to, make the home work together. In the meantime, like, you have yours, I'll have mine. Like,
the biggest thing for me is communication. You got to talk about that. You can't just go with the flow and expect things to change. You got to talk about it.
Come on, communication. I've been known to do too much, but in doing too much of a good thing, if that makes sense. Like if the person I'm with has a dream or something, I go harder for them than they do most of the time, which gets draining emotionally. If somebody said they need help with something, I am in recovery and learning how to say no. I'm working on that right now.
No.
Yeah, saying no, because it hurts me to say no. And I don't know why, because my pastor, Live Church anyway, my pastor, Ty Trivet, says, yes equals stress. And then you don't realize what that means until you say yes to too many things, whether you're in love or not. They're like, why did I say I would do this? I don't want to do this, but because I'm a woman of my word, now I have to, because I said I was going to do it.
Absolutely.
And I do that in relationships too much. I used to. See, I'm delivered now from that. Like, I used to. Because don't try me now. Bishop Toby said, Try Jesus, not me.
Not me.
Because I fight. But I used to. We're going to keep saying used to. Past. It's in the sea of forgiveness. So I'm going to take it out to say this.
Yes, Lord.
Do so much for the other person because I wanted to show that that's how I loved you. That was acts of service is one of my love languages. So I'm just going to keep doing and doing. But people say they love you, but they don't love you. So they'll just keep taking whatever you're giving. And ain't nobody going to tell you that you're doing too much. They're not going to tell you that. They want you to keep doing what you're doing. They want you to keep doing everything for them.
Yeah.
We're going to stop a blessing from flowing.
But come on now. Come on now. But I've decided I'm not pouring into nobody's cup. Your cup need to be full. I'm such a blessing that you should be blessed off this condensation off my cup. Not because if I pour in your cup, then ain't nothing in my cup. Then you just pouring. And I just think about you can't pour old wine into new skins. And we're not doing that.
No.
We're not doing that over here.
Add that to it.
We're not doing that. You get your own wine.
Exactly.
You got your blessing and purpose for you. No.
Right.
You know,
so let's
I've been there.
To the too little, which I don't know nothing about. I've had too little done for me. In my definition, what is your definition of doing too little in a relationship?
Too little. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be different for every person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, I'm the kind of type that, you know, if I am in a relationship and we both on the same page, we both, you know, got the same energy, like they say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's really such thing as too little as long as you're giving some kind of effort on it. Like, if you're taking it serious, if you're doing what you can to make the relationship grow day by day, I mean, there's going to be days you put more into it than other days, but I mean, too little really looks like just not caring, just not wanting to be in a relationship. Just, I'm going to hang with the homies. I'm going to, you know, flirt with other people on social media and just, that's not enough to build the relationship. So that's too little in my opinion, but everybody else may see it differently though. So.
Yeah.
I look at too little as in when I see someone wasting my time.
Jesus.
That is too little for me. I want to reference right quick one of your episodes when you were talking about ghosting. I had to ghost someone because she wasted my time. I presented her with an amazing Valentine's Day. I told Chris about this before. And amazing Valentine's Day, candy, gifts, and all that. But outside of that holiday or whatever, she wasted my time. We were scheduled to go to the gym. I'm at the gym ready to work out with her because she said she needed to work out. She never shows up. And then when I call her, it's a problem. Like, oh, I forgot all about it. You should have reminded me. No, we discussed this last night, which means we made an agreement to meet here today. You're wasting my time because I'm here and you're not here. So when people do stuff like that, to me, that's too little. It's an annoyance. And then I just leave it alone.
Right.
I mean, at the same time, too, like, you can't come out with somebody with a list of stuff you need to do. Like, you need to give me flowers on Wednesday. I need candy on Friday. You know,
that's
you got to talk to me 3 hours a day on the phone. Like, that ain't it. I mean, that ain't it for me. It may be work for somebody else, but
I might be told what to do. For me, the too little is, it's kind of like what Chris was saying. It's the minimal amount of effort. And I put something on Facebook the other day, and it just hit me in my secret place, in my spirit. And it said, people be asking for things they're not ready for. For example, me. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I feel like I'm a good woman. I am cordial with all my exes. Like I feel like I'm a good person. I don't do anything to anybody maliciously. I'm just trying to be nice to people because I know what it's like when people are not nice to you. That's how I think about life and how you should treat people. You know, and the Lord nice to me every day, and I don't deserve it. So I try to put that out there. However, some people try your niceness. They try it, and the Lord ain't done working on me yet. So when you try to approach me or talk to me or like as an interest or a dating interest, don't think, let me just say this. hey, beautiful don't work for me.
Mm-mm.
I appreciate the compliment, but don't start off talking to me like that because don't start off thinking you need to validate me.
Mm.
You need to do some work, you know, to don't start off the conversation. I said, and I don't know which episode, either 1 or 2, I think episode 1, Smashing versus Making Love, that do not start a conversation with me in the first 10 minutes of, because this is doing too much and too little at the same time. What's your favorite color? What you like to eat? What you like to do for fun? I hate those questions.
Amen.
You have to have conversation for me. I'm a writer. I think about 79,000 scenarios every day, all the time. I think about wordplay. I have a whole Pinterest board about words I like. Ain't nothing on there but words. So you don't talk about something. Don't chit chat me to death. Learn. You gotta learn me. Which brings me to something I'm gonna bring up, and it's gonna be in the too much category.
Okay.
A friend sent me a post, and it was talking to a lady saying she married somebody. She's getting married to somebody she's only known for 3 weeks, and she said, "Men know who they want and women know who they want. So why are we dragging our feet, da 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 da, and this, that, and the third? You should know who you want in 3 weeks." And I said, this is the definition of doing too much. Because I'm divorced. I was with somebody for 9 years. 9. And I thought I knew that person, but every other month, it was a new personality. So you can't, you don't know, in my opinion. God bless her. Because, you know, I feel like the Lord do let you know who's supposed to be for you and who not. But ma'am, 3 weeks? Who do you know for real enough in 3 weeks? You ain't seen this person sad. You ain't seen this person angry. You haven't been through anything. You don't know what they go, because some people are jerks when they're in pain. Some people don't know how to deal with trauma. So I was just, you don't know how they act in any situation, but you know in 3 weeks that no.
Not life.
No.
3 weeks dating? Yeah, okay. But marriage,
no.
Like you gonna stand in front of God and both y'all families and bet half your stuff you're gonna be with this person for the rest of your life after 3 weeks. Could not be me.
My daddy would have a whole.
I pray it work out for him, but could not be me.
Okay, I'm gonna say this because I think my vision, it differs from you two. I think it probably could be done. And the only reason I say it could be done is if two people make a realistic decision to say, okay, we're going to be together without the berry of out drifting off and, you know, I don't think it's going to work. They just say, we're going to be together. And this is what we want to do. I want you, you want me, and we're going to do this. Now, if they have that mentality going into it, I see it working. If they have a mentality going into it, it can work. Let's say they have arguments. They feel like, okay, despite the arguments, despite the issues, we're not going to split. We're going to stay together and work through it. Now, if you have that mentality, I see it working, but it's going to feel more like a job than an actual relationship.
Exactly.
But I say it can be done.
I don't hate on that. It is possible. Like, I'm sure there's been people that, you know, fall in love at first sight and they know exactly what they want and boom, boom, there you go. But nowadays is not only is it rare to find that, it's dangerous to even fall for that.
Yes, listen, I was just saying I'm gonna be on Snapped because
so yeah, like they could have like a whole criminal record in another state and it take longer not to get the public records to you. Like it take longer than 3 weeks to get that stuff mailed. So
I just wonder about the true motivations behind it. Like, what is the rush?
Right.
Because I'm gonna give a tiny bit of my backstory. The person I'm dating right now, I've known since I was 15. Wait, that's a lie. 14.
14.
We dated then, and I've always had love, a special place in my heart for this person. But I lived a whole nother lifestyle. They got married in high school. I I literally lived a whole nother lifestyle. Y'all gonna have to watch episode 1 and 2 to figure out what that is.
I'll check that out.
What I'm talking about. And I love this person now. They love me. We say it all the time. But am I in a rush to do it? I've been single for 3 years on purpose. And I also hold the mentality, fellas. I don't know how y'all feel about this, what I'm about to say, that you're single until you're married because you can't put boyfriend on your tax returns. I'm just saying.
No.
Now,
That's deep.
now, let me explain it because he's shaking his head no. What I mean is,
No, I'm with you.
I could be dating somebody and we have an understanding. You don't disrespect me, I don't disrespect you. However, marriage is a partnership. Marriage, I don't think of it as ownership, but it is a contract before God. That this is what this is supposed to be. We don't have that if we just dating. So if you go off and do this and I go off and do that, it would hurt, but it's an easier breakaway. That's you're single till you're married, because
without
like
that
my
commitment,
grandmother's
y'all
won't
just
even
date.
say that's your boyfriend. She'll say your special friend until you get married. She don't care if I've been together for 20 years. Your friend, y'all courting. That's what she call it. You courting. Because until somebody give me a ring, now I'm not disrespectful. I'm not one of those women who believe in the whole phase. That's a whole other episode. I
I
don't
hadn't talked about that one.
That's just nasty. I'm sorry. I'm not even thinking about from my faith standpoint. I'm just thinking about that's just nasty because it's bodily fluids and that's just nasty. pH balances and everything. That's just nasty.
You can preach that one.
Cause listen, I can't. I've never been able to. I can't. So that's how I feel about the dating. If you're single until you're married, because you can't. Now you can have an understanding, you know. As
You
much
could
as
be moving towards marriage, but
we gotta understand.
it's not marriage.
Right, you ain't asked me to marry you, so I'm not about to make any major life choices without a conversation, first of all. And like, listen, I don't want to be on Snapped. I know me. I know what I went through with my first marriage. And I almost, y'all ever seen the Monique stand up? I could have been your cellmate.
I think so, yeah. Back in the
That's
day.
where I was with it, because I was angry. Angry.
Well, I can follow you on that because I was married for 13 years and I'm divorced. And I noticed when I date now I'm looking for actual relationship with the person.
Yes.
Like I want to be able to communicate. Communication is number one for me because I want to be able to talk to somebody. I want to be able to have an issue and be able to be an adult about it and sit and conversate versus someone expecting me to understand their feelings that they're not discussing with me about. Like, I don't want to deal with that again. I don't want to deal with the whole figure mind reading thing. I'm not Professor X trying to read the mind to see where you at. I want to talk. So,
yes, Lord, open your mouth.
It's like taking the good from a divorce. It prepares you on what you want to deal with.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Put out a plan. I'm not going to deal with this, and this.
At all.
If I see this, and this, I got to leave it alone.
Period.
Right.
So first thing I look for is communication. If we can't talk, if we can't have a conversation, it's not going
to. And even the whole thing with, the people getting married after 2-3 weeks or whatever, like, once you do that, you're in the position where you have to make it work because you said you're going to do it.
Right.
Like, I don't want that. Like, I want to be in a marriage where we both want to make it work because we love each other and we want to be with each other for the rest of our lives. Like, I'm not trying to commit to a job. Like,
I want to make it
to
work.
A marriage, but not to a job.
Right. And while you were saying that, I wrote down, I don't want to make it work to prove a point. So now we done talk everybody into, and then you put it on the internet. But like you said, I don't know these people. God bless their union if it's what God wants for them. But
absolutely.
I don't want to make it a point to make my marriage a point to prove it to anybody.
Yeah, because now we got to do it because we done post it.
Right, now we done put it out here. So now, because I've been there, because when I when my marriage broke up and dissolved, nobody knew. And I talk about that in episode 2 after Losing Yourself. Nobody knew. Shameless plug. It ain't shameful at all.
Hey, do what you do.
I'm telling y'all my business. But I was talking about, I didn't tell anybody when anything was happening. All I talked about is rainbow, butterflies, and gumdrops. That's all you do. That's all anybody knew to save face. Because right up until like a week before we got married, the person told me, I don't think we should get married.
Ooh.
And I was like, it's the week before. You marrying me. Okay? You're marrying me. I have a dress. My daddy spent money. Huh? My sister spent money. My sister is the GOAT, by the way. My big sister. Juanita, I love you. Listen, my own company did my wedding because I got another one. We'll talk about that later. You married me because it's the week before.
Right.
And it was
like,
out
this
of
is
town.
not the time to try and back out.
No, you marrying me. But I realized, and I say this all the time now, when we got married is when we should have broke up.
Really?
But we thought getting married would fix the relationship. And I'm old-fashioned. Okay. I wanted to have a baby. See, I was doing too much. Another form of doing too much, like you said, in communication, this person was communicating with me that they didn't want me in every way, but I wasn't paying attention to none of that.
Right.
I wasn't paying attention to none of that.
It was going off what you wanted.
Right. And I wasn't, it's a lot, 9 years to go through with somebody. It got to a point where while we were breaking up, because it didn't happen in a day. No, she said she didn't want to be with me anymore, but the breakup lasted a good 2 weeks because we lived together. Then we broke up and still had to live together.
Oh, no.
Jesus. So I didn't listen to that because that's not what I wanted. We had been together this long. So I'm doing extra stuff. Oh, you don't love me no more. You fell out of love with me before and I got you to fall in love with me again. So let me do extra stuff. Let me try to be the person that you say you want. Let me do too much. When I should have just did nothing. I should have just let it go. But ain't no losses in life. It's only lessons. And it's a lesson that, Lord, you don't need to teach me again. Hold on, let me talk to Jesus. You don't need to teach me no more. I got that one. I got an 8. We don't need to do that over. That's why I'm so cautious now. And I listen now. I listen to what people tell me. Like, even if you tell me something you don't remember, I remember.
Memory like an elephant. I'm the same way.
Because, listen, I don't want to, it took me a long time to come to the conclusion that I want to even get married again. But I want to have children, a child, let me correct myself, a child.
One and done.
God bless them women who got pregnant more than one, because I don't have any. I don't care if the other person have any. I'm just doing it one time, because I got to push it. So, and we're not going to do I digress. The doing too little, I'm going to go back to that, is you doing too little in response to me doing too much. Like, I feel like in certain situations, in certain relationships, I've done too much because the other person was doing too little. Maybe if they see how much I'm doing for them and all this extra stuff I'm doing, that it'll make them want to do it too. That's not how that works. It doesn't.
You didn't communicate.
At all.
What you wanted.
At all.
I thought the presentation was going to speak for you.
Come on now. That's why I almost started shouting when you said communicate. Because I had a conversation with a male friend of mine who y'all see in a future episode about communication. Like, should I say something? He like, yes, because he said, men, we really don't know. And I'm like, how can you not know? It's so obvious. He said, no. You understand? We do not know. We don't know.
Not a clue.
And I'm like, okay, so when I said something about an issue that was bothering me, well, I didn't know that. And in my mind, I'm thinking, How you don't know? But the communication part is key. Like women. Let me talk to y'all for a second. Like I said in the episode, sometimes we're not correct. Okay, we're not correct. We don't know everything. It doesn't matter what you think your partner should know. Baby, they don't know. They don't, ma'am. Listen, Linda. They don't.
Preaching.
They don't.
Please listen to her.
Okay? They don't know. And it's okay. No matter how small or trivial you think it is, say something. Now, I'm a tell a little business, ladies. I think a lot of times, fellas, women don't say anything because we feel like we know you and we feel like we know what the response is going to be. But you don't know. You don't know because you didn't say anything. Like women are scared of rejection just as much as men are. Yes, I said it, ladies.
Ooh.
We are scared of rejection. And it's sometimes because women like to act all high and mighty. I'm not attacking us, ladies. I'm just saying, let's be real.
Hey, she's saying it, not me.
That's why I got to say it. I got to deliver it. Sometimes women will meet a man and they know he's out of their league. He don't understand why he likes her. So she's gonna do too much because, and it's gonna come off as insecurity because it is, but she don't understand why you like her. She don't even know how to communicate that. But if I say that, if I say I don't understand why you like me, they don't know what your response is going to be to that, so they don't say anything at all. So on both sides, you got to communicate.
Absolutely.
It's okay, ladies, if you say I don't understand why you like me, but don't keep saying it. Don't keep seeking validation from somebody. If they already like you, if they told you they like you, they told you they have feelings for you, you know they like you. Stop asking why you like me.
Yeah, that does get annoying.
Stop it.
You know.
Ladies, they don't see. I'm not even. They saying it. They don't like that. Don't do that.
And all I ever get is, "Are you sure you want this? Are you sure you like me? Are you sure you want to be with me?"
God. And then you get mad, ladies, when a man says, "Well, I'm here, ain't I?" But you want a whole thesis. Dr.
Especially if I already gave you the thesis before. Like, we didn't already covered this. You wanted it in writing.
Jesus. He preaching. Yes.
I think in that case, sometimes women don't understand, like, men, we are really simple on dealing with us. You don't have to do a whole lot to make a man happy.
No.
We are mostly chill figures. Like, just being realistic about it. Back in the day, for me, it used to be, give me something to eat. Let's have some good sex. And non-stressful conversation, I'm good.
I was about to say that. I was about to say a man told me, feed me the other one and be quiet sometimes.
That's pretty much it, yeah.
I'm different. I got to hear your voice. I got to know what's going on.
Right.
I'm also a father, so I need to know, make sure everybody I have to protect in my circle is good. So I need to hear something.
And it's another thing. I wrote down controlling, and I put that in the doing too little and doing too much conversation, because it's a fine line between being aggressive and being possessive. I like a certain amount of aggression, but I don't mean listen at me. I'm assuming y'all from Flint, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, we all from Fly City. Let me tell you something.
Right.
You get too aggressive with me, the Fifth Ward gonna come out. Don't do that.
Absolutely.
I will repent after. Okay? I am my daddy's daughter. We don't do.
Understood.
I got a daddy. That part, I got a daddy and he don't play them games. You understand? And I got brothers, big and little. Sisters, big and little. I'm the middle child of 5. We're a loving, caring family, but we can turn into a gang. Don't play with me.
Okay.
I like, when I say aggression, I mean taking charge. I don't mean that toxic aggression that women,
That me Tarzan you Jane type stuff.
I don't like.
Mm-mm.
And I will be submissive.
Nobody
I
trying
have
to
to
be
have
like.
something to submit to.
Right.
Stop acting like you don't want to be submissive. Stop it, because you hear submission,
Mm-hmm.
and you think I'm gonna bring you your shoes at the door. No, submission means to me, okay, we both at work all day. I get home first. If I'm hungry, of course the man gonna be hungry when he get here. We both been at work all day. Whoever at home first can cook
Just make
something to eat.
something.
That doesn't
Grab McDonald's on the way. Something.
somebody think about. But submission to me is like you guys were mentioning in the previous episode of your show. To me, is you gotta give me a reason to submit. I have to trust you.
Absolutely.
Submission comes from trust and communication.
Mm-hmm.
What are you communicating to me? But some of the men do too much. When you automatically expect the submission to come soon as y'all become official. No, we just moved to another part of our relationship. I will start to submit on my own. Let the ladies submit on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Don't force it. If I'm not submitting to you, I'm gonna keep it real just for me. I don't know if for other ladies. If I'm not submitting to you on anything, I don't trust you.
Right.
I don't trust you. And I really don't like you like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be combative the whole way, because nothing he have shown me thus far or communicated to me thus far has made me feel like I can trust you with me.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what submission is to me. I'm trusting you with me. Everything that's connected to me, my life, anybody that's connected to me, I'm trusting you with that. I don't want to have I don't have no worries. Like I hear a lot of men say, be my peace. Women need peace. I can't be at peace if I don't feel protected.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm scared or worried about what you will and won't do, I can't bring peace out of that. So therefore, there's no peace to give to you. Did that make sense?
I feel you, yeah. Let me ask you this though, like, do you feel that would you agree rather that submission has to be in place before marriage, or would that come as a result of marriage?
So I think it's different levels to the submission.
Okay.
I think it's different levels to it. When you're married, that's the ultimate submission. Mm-hmm. When you're dating, you got to show me something, because to me, dating is the pregame show. You know what I'm saying? Dating is the pregame show. When you decide to become official and exclusive, for me, I would start submitting then. If we have an understanding that you would want to be with, we're being intentional about this dating thing. We know marriage is the next step. That's where we're going. I will start submitting then, because I'm not going to say yes to marrying you if I don't feel like I can submit to you.
Right.
So before we even get to the married part, I will start being somewhat submissive based on what I see. Because I got to see that I'm able to submit to you, and you should be able to see. Man, you shouldn't even want to talk to her. Ask her to marry you if she can't submit. So it got to be.
Absolutely.
You got to
absolutely agree.
I was thinking about that, because I need to be able to know that you can follow me as a leader, as a man. Like, I want you to submit to me. I need to know if you can follow me as I try to lead. If you not follow me as I'm trying to lead, then we're in the car and you going trying to go different directions, and this ain't gonna work.
Right. Right. But that's for me. I like you. There should be signs. Like, you can identify signs to a leader. They have integrity.
Okay.
They're honest. I hate the word loyal, but I understand the meaning, because I prefer the word faithful over loyal.
All right, I can ride with that. Because
I just it gets on my nerves. Just loyal ain't even in the Bible, by the way. Anyway, we ain't going there. Not to that. I prefer faithful, because you have to choose to have faith in almost every situation.
Right. You do.
And somebody said, well, won't you trust your husband to be loyal? And Pastor Ty's wife, our other pastor, she said something so profound to me. And some people were shaking their head. She said, the question is not do I trust my husband? It's do I trust God? I said, ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I see. Okay, wait a minute. Because if you in a relationship where you feel like, for me, I don't care how nobody else feel about the Lord, I love him. So if they don't like it, anyway. If you feel like your relationship is God-centered, if it is God-centered, and you feel like God brought y'all together, for me, I don't care what nobody else thinking about that, then you know God got you. I don't feel like God will put me in a situation where I'm going to have all them issues in my marriage. Of course, things are going to happen in life. But this is where it gets tricky. Did God put you in this relationship, or did you put yourself in it? Mm-hmm. Are you in a situation where there were clear signs that you shouldn't be doing this? Mm-hmm. And for the too much part of it, to doing too much, I think women sometimes do too much to prove or try to prove that this is the one. And I feel like when you do that, because you want the person real bad, a woman, we want that man real bad, we do too much to the outside world to try to prove this is the one, because deep down, that ain't the move. That's not it. It's not it, but you're trying to make it. Them shoes gonna hurt your feet because they ain't never been your size. They look nice. They could be designer, but they're not your size, ma'am. They're not for you. It's not your.
There's a difference between asking God his opinion and telling God what his opinion should be. That's coming up in a future episode. Yeah, we get that one.
Asking God his opinion. Listen. Felt that in my shana now. Because a lot of times we make the decisions and then we inform God later. You
can't do it.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. You can't inform him on what you No. That's what you can do.
Basically, yeah.
You can do that.
Take it back to square one.
See, Jesus, I want to shout. And then I got on my shirt. Hold on, y'all can't see my shirt. It's from my church. It says, God did it. Like the grocery bag, God did it. Okay. Thank you, because
that's what's up.
Whole everything of the human being sitting right here is a God did it type of thing. So ladies don't do that. Men don't do that either. Don't force it. Relationships are work anyway. But I got a thought. Relationships are a career. Work is the job you go to every day that you just doing until you figure out what you want to do with your life. A career, right. When you're working in your purpose in your career, it don't feel like work. You're just doing it. That's what I feel like marriage is, a career. Work on that like you work on your My Player, fellas.
Oh, you had to take it there, did you?
Work on it like women work on it like you work on them lashes. And then highlight and then beat and that contour. Work on it like you work on that. Perfect it. I think a lot of men and women do too little with the aspects of what they ask you for in a relationship. They
expect it's just gonna fall into place.
No, because I can tell you one time that I like something, but women, you can't expect a man to remember that. We talk a lot. I'm sorry, ladies. We talk a lot. Okay. And
you said it, not me.
Listen, I'm sorry about the toes. I just ran over with the Mack truck, but I'm sorry. But we talk a lot. And a lot of it is talking. Not that much of the talking is communication. You speaking, but you ain't said nothing. Nathaniel, you hear me? Nahum, you ain't said a thing.
Not even.
Because
we say on our show,
listen,
we reference DMX on our show when we come to that. Talking all day, but you ain't saying nothing.
Not a word. Not a mumbling word. You hear me? Not a thing. And I had to check myself because I'm like, I want to talk to this person. I don't have nothing to talk about. So what am I calling you for? What it is I miss you and I want to be in your presence because I can be in your presence and not say nothing. And I'm straight. That's all what I really want. But since I can't do that, I'm going to call you. But I don't have nothing to talk about.
That reminds me, I was talking to a girl and I get off of work at 1 a.m. And she was working with me at the time. She would want me to video chat with her, but she would fall asleep. That annoyed the hell out of me because it's like, what do you want? We see each other at work. I'm at home now. We jump on this video chat. You just sitting there.
Guilty.
It's like,
Guilty. Listen, I used to. Guilty.
like if you want to sit here and watch, let me watch you breathe. Like, just come over. Like, dang.
But in my listening to what she was saying, if she just wanted to be in my presence, I will understand that.
She not saying that.
But she didn't say that. She just sitting there and expected me to be happy.
I got stuff to do. Like,
thank you. I want to go to sleep.
Right.
So somebody took me to work. Somebody took me to work with them, and they kept apologizing because I was at work with them. But they had the job where, and I was just sitting in the car chilling, listening to music, and they kept apologizing to me about, I'm so sorry, da da da. I'm like, listen, I'm not upset. I'm chilling. First of all, I'm on vacation anyway. I'm away from home. I'm in a whole nother state.
Okay.
Secondly, it's something about watching a man work. Hallelujah. They work hard. Hey, ooh, Jesus. You know.
Hey, I
It's a
can't
whole
relate,
different
but
experience to a woman. I'll just tell you that, you know. But it was, I said, but you see, this is the difference. I said, the fact that I am where you are is all I need right now.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel that because you communicated that.
Because you said you let him know.
And then after that, I got surprised with a joyride through the countryside in my dream car with the top off and the doors off. You just talk. Like, okay, she don't mind doing this. She's not upset. And I generally don't get upset about most stuff. I'm very understanding. So just talk to me.
But that's the thing. I feel like some women don't understand. When you communicate what you want, we will go above and beyond that because we have an idea of what you are looking for.
If I know where the bar is, I know how I can clear it.
There you go.
See, communication.
I need a prayer. I need a prayer shawl. Cause
yes, Lord.
Jesus. And I think men, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Don't be afraid to ask for what you want outright from a woman. Because a lot of times we feel like you ask for what you think we want you to ask for. Just say what it is. You might catch the right one. And you can't be, what is the word? It's not can't be. You shouldn't be afraid of what the answer is going to be. Because it might be no. But you might catch the right one. I might be with that. Now.
That's that rejection stuff again.
Yes. Yes, it is, Lord. For the doing too much. I'm going to put this out there for the universe to see. I am not, and I reiterate, I am not a ride or die chick. I'm not one of those. I will ask questions. Where are we going? Why do I gotta die? Is there gonna be food there? Like, no. And I believe the person meant for me is not gonna put me in a situation where I need to be ride or die. So, ladies, you're doing too much, ladies, with the ride or die. And ride or die to me does not mean he cheat 19 times, have 4 babies on me, and go to jail for murdering babies. That I'm gonna stay. That's not a ride or die. That's stupid.
That's stupid.
I'm gonna call it what it is. I don't like calling people stupid, but that is stupid. Okay, that is. I like to be abused because I was a ride or die before, and it ain't a fruitful life.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't fruitful. Ain't nothing to multiply but drama and stress.
Right, and we got to take it back to Mobb Deep. Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks.
Right.
You got to know what you're getting into because you might be out there just trying to have date night and he asking you to catch bodies.
Right. Hold on just a second, fellas. All right. We back. We had to take a little brief intermission. This episode is doing too much and doing too little.
Mm-hmm.
And
learning a lot.
I left off talking about ride or die. That's definitely too much for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'd kill you before we do ride or die. So no. That's doing too much. I'm gonna take it a step further. Doing too much for me, ladies, is going through this man's phone. Even though I was a repeat offender of this offense. Lock codes too easy. Anyway, I don't do that now. Because if you look for something, you're usually going to find it because you have an idea in your head already of some stuff. And if you feel like that, just break up. Just
right.
Because I found some stuff. And, you know, when I say I found things in the phones, it wasn't even like inappropriate text or hey boo. I'm finding I love you.
Ooh.
I'm finding photos of body parts unclothed.
Sure.
And I almost found myself in jail. So ladies, just stay out the phone.
Yeah. See, I have another side of that though. And this is my side. I recently, in our journey of understanding women, I understand that some women have been cheated on, so they have inspected the phone and everything. Me personally, I keep my phone unlocked. So if my spouse wants to go and look at it for her own curiosity, I don't have a problem with it. Because maybe in her past relationships, the phone was so guarded and protected that her curiosity went up. Like, okay, why are you so protecting that? Like it's your bloodline or whatever it is, something very precious. What's going on with this phone?
Like it's the soul phone. And
So for me, I have a problem. If she wants to look at it. I'm not gonna hide anything because it can strengthen our relationship. If I can just get her to get over her past issues with self.
Do you feel like it's a time, a time should come where she should not want to look at it no more because you ain't found anything thus far?
Yes.
Okay. You hear that, ladies? Hey, don't abuse the privilege. You ain't found nothing in 7 years. Stop looking at that phone. It ain't none of your business.
I feel that because, like, I would set up a password on my phone or whatever, but I give the password to her, and you ain't gonna find nothing. So you can have it, but you know, after we've been married and after it's all, you know, we moving in that phase of life, like you shouldn't even be curious anymore.
It should come to a point though, where if I'm doing something, my phone ring, I should be like, hey, can you pick that up for me? Without you picking it up and feeling like, okay, let me take advantage of this and go through the messages and see.
Jesus. Because I got handed the phone. I am known as the ox stealer. Once we get in the car, you know, I'm gonna just automatically link my phone to your Bluetooth because we're gonna listen to my music even though you're driving. That's your vehicle. Well, as luck would have it, the person I'm dealing with now, we have the same musical taste. So almost every song is the same. But my phone died, so he handed me his phone as he was driving. Like, your phone locked. Yeah, you want me to just tell you the code? No, here, you can put it in. I'm not looking over there. I'm not peeking. A message pop up on the phone. Move this message so I get back to Spotify. I'm not. I don't
say
care
though,
what's in their phone.
but sometimes we do that though to try to create more trust within the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
So it's like, okay, you want the code? You say, no, I don't want it. I mean, okay, I'll trust that she's not trying to be in all of my business, but I'm making a move to try to gain even more trust for her because I want her to see that she's available. She can come in.
Even
though there's a lock and key, you are still welcome to come in.
I felt like it was a test. And I was just holding the phone, like I want to listen to this. I'm not looking through this phone. I don't care because you with me right now. So obviously you chose to be where you at right now. You answer the phone and you say, hey, I'm with her right now. I'll call you back. I'm busy. I'll call you back. I don't care who on the other side of the phone. I might have some little feelings about it later, but ultimately I don't care because we ain't married. So
yeah.
I get that we ain't married part, but there's also respect.
Right. That's what. Tell whoever it is you call them back. This is my time. It ain't their turn. Don't do me like that because listen. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. But yeah, it has to be a mutual respect and a conversation beforehand. Like I'm talking with you and dealing with you, and that's it. And this is vice versa. That's how. That was jokes, ladies. Like, don't play with me. Anyway, another doing too much thing for me. I don't watch that much TV, but a friend of mine watches 90 Day Fiance.
I don't know.
And on one of these episodes,
basically what the name say.
Yeah. They gotta hurry up and get married and prove they're married and it's real in 90 days so the person can move to the other country. It's a bunch of people trying to get green cards and citizenship in other places, basically. Yeah. And the lady in her house, she has never met the person. They've only talked on the phone and video chat, and they've never met in person because he's in another country. She got a coffee mug with his picture on it. Okay, she got pictures of him up everywhere in her house. Okay, the sheets.
Never met.
The sheets in the blanket have his picture on it.
The sheets in the blanket.
The pillowcases.
Huh.
That's doing too much. I'm not doing that. Listen. I got your picture.
I've never been in that kind of love. Like,
that's not love. That's crazy.
Like the most you can get from me, I'll put your picture as a screensaver on my phone. But
listen, and that changes. Listen, it ain't even a screensaver. It's just a lock screen. So to go away, go to the screensaver. Okay.
I mean, really, you get a caller ID picture, but the sheets in the blanket.
The sheets in the blanket. And then when he picked her up from the airport, he had a shirt on with her face on it.
Oh
and
no.
Who is that for? Because this can't be for me. Who is?
I know what you look like.
That's doing too much. If we together, why do my face need to be on your shirt?
But that's just the language of their relationship.
It sounds like it's working for them because they on that same wavelength. So hey.
Not in 90 days.
Yeah.
So that's my cat. That's in my doing too much category.
Yeah. I mean, anything you got to do to avoid the test of English as a foreign language is probably too much. So
another thing that's doing too much for me is dressing alike. Now.
No.
Matching. When I say dressing alike, I mean matching outfits. If we going somewhere and we match, that's different from you got on the exact same outfit for me from head to toe. The only difference is I'm carrying a purse. I'm not doing.
There is an exception to that. When you go to basketball, football games, if you're wearing the same
shirt. Family reunions.
Yeah.
I mean,
we going to the store. I don't need to put no.
Mm-hmm.
I will go change my clothes.
Or going to church.
No. That ain't.
Walking in church as the Burgundy couple.
You don't understand.
Not.
He's speaking facts right now. Like, you know. And then one of them couples is usually the more outrageous one in the duo, as far as their outfits. And then the other one person is just there, and they got to be there matching. Because the things you see at church.
Because this fool was asking me to.
Like, he got on a full blazer, glittery blazer, and the high pants that show the ankles, and the glittery shoes with no socks on. It's just regular Sunday service. It ain't first Sunday. It ain't communion. It ain't Easter. Now you got to wear a full ball gown to church every day because he want to. No.
Nah.
I will go to church in ripped jeans and a t-shirt. I've done it before. The pastor have preached with that outfit on. So I'm not. Why are you coming dressed in the pastor? Never mind. I'm not.
Like, one, it's not a fashion show, but two, like. That, like you said, that ain't proving nothing.
What are we?
Exactly.
Who is that for? Like, what?
Yeah. Everybody in the church know y'all together. Like, what are we doing?
That do that are in relationships just to get reactions out of other people. And their relationship is just, let's see how many likes we can get.
That's another point. You segmented me right into my next point I wrote down over here. It's the relationship goals. I think y'all doing too much. When y'all post another couple on your stuff and say, this is goals. That's weird to me. Y'all weird. I'm sorry. Because you don't know them people.
Right.
They can go home and be Tyson and Holyfield when they get in the house. You don't know.
I have a nerd moment for you.
Go ahead.
This is a nerd fact for you. That Chris
I'm a blurred, so go ahead.
Hey.
Here it is. So many people were basing their relationship off Joker and Harley. But Joker was beating the crap out of Harley. It was domestic violence.
And Stockholm Syndrome.
Come on, Stockholm Syndrome.
Why are they goals?
That's what everybody loved.
He was beating her up, throwing her off cliffs.
Shot her.
Letting her go to jail for him. That ride or die thing again.
And the manner in which he created her was.
So you ain't got no other role models but them two. Like, okay.
I want that kind of love. Why?
Why?
Just why?
They don't even have that kind of love.
That's that extreme entanglement.
Right.
That shared psychosis.
The extreme entanglement.
I don't know if you've ever seen the movie. Have you ever seen the movie Bug with Ashley Judd? And what is that boy? He's strange looking. I can't remember his name, but he always plays a crazy person. But the movie is called Bug. And in the movie, he has a particular psychosis where he see the bugs under his skin.
Okay.
Through their love, he has convinced her she got the bugs too. So they got the whole room wrapped in foil. They in there doing meth together and picking out imaginary bugs from each other's skin.
I ain't seen that one, but I know some couples in life that's
movies I've ever seen
in that direction.
But I do like Ashley Judd. That's why I watched it. But I said that shit is called Bug.
Yeah, I just pulled it up. I see it. It's a horror movie. Yes.
And it's horror on a different level because the fact that your craziness can be shared.
Right.
That's doing too much. You're doing too much.
That's way too much.
Right.
You know what? Maybe the whole rest of the world is crazy and we not crazy. No, that's just y'all.
No.
And the taking pictures for Instagram, if y'all not getting paid promo for these photos, you don't have to recreate what you saw somebody else do. Because Will and Jada was everybody's relationship goals. Black love. Will and Jada is black love. Now they're out here saying bad marriage for life.
Basically, yeah.
It'll be divorced for life. It's because he already divorced and he didn't want to get divorced the first time. It was a whole lot going into that. And that's another reason why I make sure I don't do too much and I make sure I don't do too little, because I'm not finna say his name, even though he said I could say his name. I'm not finna do that because that ain't none of nobody business. We'll just say Bay said, because I was talking about what we was gonna talk about today. And he said, where do I fall in doing too much and doing too little in relationships? And my answer was, you do what you're supposed to do. That's where you need to be at, ladies and gentlemen.
And
You're
gentlemen.
supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes it is okay to do too much. Like if I don't feel good and I'm tired, you can go above and beyond and do more than you usually do for me that day.
Absolutely.
And I can do the same. But do not expect, listen, ladies. I got to talk to the ladies again, folks, real quick. Do not expect flowers and chocolate and foot massages and back rubs and 4-page letters every day. We have real life to conduct over here. I'm grown. I have stuff to do today. Okay, like, listen, fellas, the same. I will say, in the keeping the same energy. To play, not even devil advocate, but to the other side of that is, whatever you did to get me, you need to continue.
That's fair. That is fair.
We ain't court no more, we're together, but don't feel like, oh, I got her now. Don't. Because you ain't got me until I say I do in front of the preacher.
And so not even then.
Don't act like. Don't act like. And ladies, you too, because women always say this a lot. Don't act like women. Same goes for you. Don't act like just, oh, I got him now, so I don't have to. No, maintain that. Whatever you started doing for this man, continue and add some stuff to it.
And to add on to that part for the ladies, just to let the ladies know, your man becomes 10 times more attractive when he puts a ring on your finger. So there are so many men that I know who are married that is getting so much attention from women that they don't want, all because they represent that relationship on their hand.
Mm-hmm.
And women go after those type of men because they know that they can have fun with them and they gonna go home.
Mm-hmm. He's a good man.
Yeah.
He's a good man. That's attractive. Fellas, that happens to us too. And it seems like when you're not single anymore, people come out the woodwork. Just drop it in your inbox like nigga, Nagasaki and Hiroshima, just dropping bombs. I always loved you. I used to like you in high school, and you look exes. Everybody come from everywhere, every direction. You're just fighting them off like flies. Like, what do you want? Now you want
when you're single.
You didn't want me. You didn't want to do right when you had me, so it don't really matter now.
Right.
Stay out my inbox. Talk about you glowing. I glow single or without somebody. I got the blood of Jesus on my life. That's what that glow is.
Amen. That's all you
Don't
need.
get twisted. You understand? I just had to say that. I felt that in my secret place. Like,
Holy Ghost and fire.
Listen, don't attest somebody's happiness, folk. I got to do a little PSA, my TED Talk. Don't attest somebody's happiness to they in a relationship now. You haven't spoke to me. You haven't seen me. It's just so now you're paying attention because you heard through the grapevine or seen through the grapevine that it's somebody else interested in me. So all the qualities and things I did, because this is what happens. This is what happens. Your exes remember and they know how much, too much you did for them. And you get with the new person, you're like, I know they over there doing that for them, probably doing some other stuff, some extra stuff. I wonder what's new. You will never know.
Never gonna figure it out.
It could have been new with you. But you didn't want me, remember? So stay over there.
Yep.
On to the next one.
Stay in your lane. Don't swerve over
Take
here.
the L and move. Take the L and move.
Yeah, hey. Take the L and go left. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Another thing about the doing too late, too little.
Too little. Okay.
If your partner communicates to you, because I don't care what nobody say, it's hard for all of us to communicate certain things. Your partner communicates to you that they want you to step something up or stop doing something. Listen earnestly. Do not listen to respond.
Right.
Ladies, men's, and everything in between. Listen. You see my hand? Listen. Okay? Listen first. Get a full understanding before you respond. Because if I come to you and say, hey, you're doing too much, I need you to. Don't automatically get defensive.
Mm-hmm.
If I say you're doing too little, or I need you to, because one, I don't know how this is about to sound, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Don't feel some type of way because I'm telling you that I don't like something you're doing. Because if I'm bringing it to you, then that means I want us to work on it. I want it to be fixed. I'm not saying I don't want to be with you. I just want this thing to be worked on. And if it's something we can't work on or move past, hey, we might have to just agree to disagree, or we have to make another decision, but have a real conversation first.
Right.
Don't just be like, oh, we don't need to be together no more because he don't like when I do this or she don't like when I do that. That's what y'all breaking up over?
Yeah, stop doing this or that.
Because in 9 times out of 10, it's not anything really big in my eyes, in my opinion. We could have talked about this and had it settled and then moved on.
Mm-hmm.
No, because
I would say, I would say, know your relationship and know how you present something to your partner. Because the way you present it to them, if you present it to them in an aggressive way, you're going to get an aggressive response. If you present it in a loving way, you will get a loving response.
Talk to the people.
Because you come at me like, you know what, this is getting on my nerves. I'm tired of you doing this. Then you're going to get a negative response because now I got to defend myself because you came and attack me, so I'm going to attack you back.
Right. And
Tit for tat. That's how it goes.
Listen.
And it's loving. I can give it back in a loving way. Okay, baby, I'm sorry about that. Let me work on that. Thank you for telling me.
Right. Because I said in a previous episode, don't tit me, you won't get tapped. That's it. Don't. And ladies, stop doing this. You don't like it when another woman does it to you. Why would you do it to a man or anybody you talking to with your hands? Because you doing this, I'm gonna square up. Just put your hands down. That's
like when we talk and we like, you know what? You got one more time. See, when you do all this, it's similar to that.
Yeah.
Basically is what it is. Yeah.
Triggered.
And no matter what you say, just the fact that you're doing that motion is gonna make somebody go on defensive.
Right.
Like, hey, I really enjoyed getting ice cream with you. Like, they ain't hearing you.
At all. Now y'all fighting and don't nobody know. We don't even know what this argument is about anymore.
Right. You just, Presentation is the,
And another thing, and I want to reference one of your videos. I forgot which one. You and young lady were talking about past sexual encounters and somebody not hitting the point.
Yeah.
When you have those type of conversations, when you want someone to step up their game or tone it down, understand when you bring that to a man, you're messing with a lot of pride.
Woo! That ego.
Minefield.
So do that also in a loving, caring way, because you don't want to shoot your man down because next time he gets opportunity to go up in there, he ain't gonna know what he's doing. So he just there sitting there.
It's gonna be even worse. Or he gonna figure, okay, let me go find somebody in practice.
Woo! Yeah. Jesus. That was episode 1, Smashing versus Making Love.
Okay.
And to go into a little bit of that to make, because I feel what he's saying, because I was saying in there, and that you have to, how you say it matters.
Yes.
Because that helps them receive it, because with something that's is intimate and that it's personal, You know, because if they didn't feel confident in their ability, then they wouldn't have tried to make that happen with you anyway. So you're taking something somebody already confident with and in, and be like, hey, that doesn't work for me. And yeah, you got ladies, you gotta, because I would, it's almost like a two-edged sword. I'm trying to say this the right way, because I've had it where the people, you say it in a loving way, and they still, well, it must be you.
That's feelings hurt.
Yeah. We the only two people in here, baby. So if it ain't me, it's you. It's somebody. Even if I take that, then the next time something happens, it's gonna be me again. No. Receive that information gracefully and give it gracefully, ladies and gentlemen, because women, y'all do too much sometimes, because you act like your, whatever you want to call it, is infallible. You act like can't nothing ever be wrong with you down there. You act like every time it's trash, it's them. Well, let me tell you something. If you've had 3 or more trash experiences back to back, ma'am, that's probably you. That's you. That's you, ladies. That's you. And if you have that many trash experiences back to back, you probably should stop smashing so much, because apparently you ain't figured out how to do it. I'm just saying, make a level of smashing all 2020, because a lot of y'all just smashing.
Right.
And somebody you smashing is probably going to be the one who's going to have a negative reaction to what you're saying about how they doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So you in a loving, caring relationship, and y'all making love most of the time, then cool. That person will probably receive it better. But somebody you smashing, it's somebody else I can go smash. If you don't like it, I know somebody who like it. So.
And besides, just being real, you can always tell the difference. And I'm gonna be honest. When I smash somebody, I'm looking out for getting mine.
Exactly.
But if I'm making love for someone, I'm looking. I want to make sure that they get theirs first, and they enjoy the moment. They enjoy what we got going on. So there is a difference.
We're gonna end this in a little bit, fellas, but I got just 2 more points I want to talk about real quick.
Hey.
When it comes to doing too much, do you think there's a such thing as doing too much in the bedroom? And this is probably going to be a whole other episode, but I'm going to segue this one into that one. Doing too much and doing too little in the bedroom when you're in a relationship. I'm talking about in relationship, people, not smashing.
Okay. All right.
I had to tell the people that. That's what I'm talking about. Now, just aimlessly smashing. If you're doing that, you're doing too much with yourself.
Right. Yes, you are.
Nasty. Stop it. Cut it out. It's gross.
Too much or too little?
Too much, because I got to listen.
I think if it's in love and if it's about love, it's easy to do too much when you make it about everything else. Like you out there bringing in toys and gizmos, and you got to watch this video first, or and call your homegirl and invite her over. That's you missed the point. Like you're way off base from where it actually is supposed to be. So
when you
got to get back to intimacy, you got to get back to connection, like mental, emotional connection. Like that's where it's at, versus just let's plug this in real quick.
I got a lot to say. I'm gonna let X go first. I got a lot to say about that.
I'm back in my old days.
Mm-hmm. Reformed.
I too much for me would have been me going down on her orally.
Mm-hmm.
That was too much for me, especially if this is not my girl.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't know where that been.
Exactly. So you limit the activities that you do when that's too much. That's what I would consider too much. I only give you A and B. You ain't going the full alphabet with me.
Listen here. I had been celibate for 3 years. Right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to listen. Okay. I'm gonna say this. I have to say this. In my former days before the celibacy, it was team to do too much in everything I did because growing up, I had a little bit of a type A personality where I have to be good at everything. National Honor Society, 4.0, Dean's List in college, everything I am the best at. So whatever I have to do to be better than everybody else at this, I'm going to do. You can't do that with everybody though.
Oh no.
Right.
No.
Because you create monsters. And yourself and other people. There's certain stuff we're not, listen. And some stuff I feel like, okay, I got to take that out of my past, and that's not something I do for somebody I'm dating. That's something I do for my husband. I'm not going to, because you can have an experience before the celibacy and after the celibacy are totally different, because a choice had to be made for it to end. And it was a lot of thinking. It's so much thinking. Okay, listen. If I do this, okay, why was I celibate to begin? All this stuff happens in your head, but you still can't do too much. In my opinion, you shouldn't do too much in the bedroom. Too much in the bedroom for me is, now, back then, there was no such thing as too much, except for, I got to think.
Hold on, let me say one thing while you're thinking. Saying I love you when you hitting it is too much.
Oh, Jesus.
If you don't mean it,
get in that moment.
Preach, sir. Preach.
When you get the stroking, she's feeling good, so you always like, oh, girl, I love you. Like, no, don't do that.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it real, and I'm gonna say a word. So forgive me in advance, but I'm grown, so I'm gonna say this word. When somebody says, I love you while they stroking, they're not talking to you. They're talking to your pussy. So they don't love you.
Yeah.
They're not talking to you, ma'am. They're not talking to you, ma'am.
Yeah.
100%.
So don't tell me that. Don't tell me you love me while we having sex unless you've said it outside of here.
Right.
Because I'm going to remember that, because sex is an emotional thing for most women. Women try to always act like that it's not, that I can go smash and do whatever. No, it's emotional. It's a string that go right from there to your heart. Don't
Real conversation right here. Real conversation. Don't
lie to yourself, because it's not. I tried one time. It was a moment where I thought I was going to end my celibacy early. I'm being real vulnerable and honest right now. Okay. Don't judge me, judge your mama. And this particular person is not the person I'm in love with right now. And I thought I was just like, listen, no. And then something kept stopping the encounter from happening. And I will say something, but I'm like, I did that. Because if I look at it now, like, if I would have done that, I would have been devastated, because I would have ended my celibacy for this. What is this? It ain't even a thing. It's just, what you doing? I had to have a come to Jesus moment. Like, I ain't been talking to the Lord enough or something, because what am I doing? And it's okay It's okay to have the moments, ladies. And it's okay. I don't care how deep you get into it. You can always be like, nah, I'm not doing it. I don't care if your pants being mid pulled down. I didn't make it that far, thank God.
Right.
I can be like, I'm not finna do this. Because that made the experience with y'all gonna understand why this is so real in another episode I'm gonna do.
Okay. Looking forward to it.
But I lived an alternative lifestyle.
Okay.
I said in the other video, so I can say this. I lived an alternative lifestyle. I was with a woman for almost a decade.
Wow.
So I had never even been with a man like that in that way. So that would have been so many different levels of devastation.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm dealing with the one right now, as far as I'm concerned. So that's different. And I think about when that experience happened versus now. I didn't have to do too much. Ladies, I didn't have to do too much. I was just myself. And things.
Just being yourself, right.
Went how they were supposed to go. I didn't do too little. I didn't do too much. I was just myself. That's it. That's all you got to do is be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I'm a big girl and I'm not light skinned. I'm going to do a whole colorism episode because we got to. I'm not light skinned. I don't have long hair and pretty eyes, which my generation, the millennials, the older millennials, the 80s millennials, seem to be obsessed with back in the day. I don't have none of that. But somebody loved me anyway. First of all, the one who created me loves me because he created me.
Thank you.
I'm already loved. So that part, I'm loved enough to be created and thought of. First I was imagined.
Mm-hmm.
He already knew me before I was in my mother's womb. And he knew all about what I was going to look like and be like. And I'm still here. So that's a different kind of love, people.
Right. And can't nothing beat it.
That's why I do this podcast in the basement, because I wanted to die in this basement. Now I'm in here giving life.
Wow. Man.
Anyway, you see how anything can just be turned to the Lord real quick. Real quick.
All goes back to him anyway.
Listen. But any last words, fellas, on doing too much and doing too little right now? And then I'm going to let you talk about your platform and what you do, and then we're going to get out of here.
Right.
My last words on this, and it goes back to one of the biggest things for me is communication. To know if you're doing too much, to know if you're doing too little, you need to be able to communicate with someone so you know where you at.
Right.
Understand on the other side. Without that, you can't have expectations on someone if you have not communicated with someone.
Sure.
Not fair. So, number one, establish strong communication, and you'll get and receive things that you've been looking for.
Absolutely. 100% agree. My thoughts on it, cut out all the noise. Like, cut out the friends, the family, the church people that just want to come to your wedding and have a party. Like, cut out the social media. Figure out what you want. Figure out what the person you're in a relationship wants. And y'all build on that. Like, you got to have that communication to know what they want. But once y'all decide what y'all want and y'all communicate what y'all want, that's the avenue y'all need to go. Like, everybody else can take a back seat. Like, this is about you and the person you're with. So, I mean, have that hard conversation if it's a hard conversation, but figure it out.
Got to.
Have to.
So for me, what I want to end on is saying it's important to be open and vulnerable about what you do and don't like. It's a way to do it. It's a way to do it. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but I'm sorry.
It's cool.
This your show.
Dogs who act like children. Hold on just a second. All right, we're back. We'll sing for the furry spoiled brats had to be contained.
Gotta have them though.
That it's important to be yourself. Because when you're being yourself, that's how you make sure you're not doing too much or doing too little. If somebody doesn't like anything about something about you, that's up to you to change or fix to work on. But don't go overboard trying to be something you've seen. Like he was saying, cut out the noise. Don't go overboard trying to be something you've seen or trying to be something somebody likes or what you think they like. Especially, as the XD was saying, if you ain't communicated. So you're being what you think somebody wants you to be, what you expecting they should like, but you haven't talked. You got to have the conversation, because if you don't have the conversation, then you're doing too little. And doing too little can turn into you doing too much, because you wouldn't do the bare minimum and talk and have a conversation. And because you didn't do that, now you're scrambling, doing too much to try to keep a relationship together. Trying
to fill it with other stuff.
Right. Don't do that. I'm not even going to sugarcoat. Stop it. Stop. Cut it out. Stop it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because I'm declaring and decreeing no entanglements for anybody watching. Not even for 20, just no entanglements. Father God, I rebuke them.
Amen.
I don't want to get entangled with nothing but the spirit and the bag. You understand me?
Yes.
That's it.
I'm telling you.
Okay. I want to get entangled with my gifts so it can keep making room for me. That's it. Not somebody's son or father. You understand me? I will let them gentlemen tell you about their show and what they do on their platform. So, gentlemen, go ahead.
You want this or?
Go ahead, Chris.
All right, so we have a show just recently kicked off this year, Chris and the XD, and basically, bottom line, it's all just a conversation. It's a conversation that stuff that needs to be said that isn't being said, stuff that's going to help us grow as people, as men, as brothers, husbands, fathers, whatever. And we try and get a little bit of everything. So we try and get different voices in. We try and get, different perspectives, give voice to people who normally don't even have that voice. And just have those conversations so that we can all benefit from it.
There's also a show that really wants to strengthen the relationship between us as people. Right now we're doing a series on the different things that Black women go through. And because we feel like women have been through so much and have so much on them, yet their voices aren't being heard. And the trials and tribulations that they have risen above isn't being respected.
Right.
We want to give them a platform for women to speak on what they've been through, so us men can grow and
you froze.
Understand, approach them accordingly instead of just objects, instead of somebody who doesn't matter. We're trying to grow and raise our community the way we feel it should be, and we just want to touch on that.
Yes, God.
This change has to start somewhere, so.
Yes.
It starts with that conversation.
This is Queen's Realm Podcast. We do queen things. We have a queen mentality. We go about life and we think about things like queens with respect and reverence. You understand? Like ladies. Even I'm a lady most of the time. I'm going to keep it real. Anyway, I will put the link to their show in the description. But I always got to do my plug, and it ain't shameless. I got my earrings on right now from my girl Dee Dee, and that is again the Meraki Elijah website. Beautiful melanated queen that she is. And I also got the nails from local, my Fly City favorite, Kalima's Colors. I will also put her information down at the bottom. Okay, because we know I promote everything Black over here. We buy Black. And if you don't do anything else today, you need to comment, like, and subscribe this video right now on Queen's Realm. Also, go watch episodes 1 through 4. Wait, 1 through 5. By the time this come out, go comment and like their channel on YouTube, which is going to be at the bottom. Again, remember. And one last thing before I forget. what we really need to do, before I forget it, I got to say it, is arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor. We got to do that.
Amen.
Got to do that. Because like
Amen.
what I said every time, Black Lives Matter over here every day. But
every day.
Appreciate my guests. I thank y'all so much.
Been an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Lesson. We got to do it again. I'm
Yes.
thinking about part 2 of this or some other topic. But
We ready.
I enjoyed the conversation today. I learned so much for myself. I hope everybody else learned something else. But I love y'all. Queen's Realm. Peace.